Welcome to Gospel Bytes.
Greetings and welcome to Gospel Bites, where we take a bite of the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Mark chapter 12, verses 13 to 17. Some Pharisees and Herodians were sent after Jesus to catch him in his speech. The two groups came and said to him, "Teacher, we know you are a truthful man, unconcerned about anyone's opinion. It is evident you do not act out of human respect, but teach God's way of life sincerely. Is it lawful to pay the tax to the emperor or not? Are we to pay or not to pay?" Knowing their hypocrisy, he said to them, "Why are you trying to trip me up? Bring me a coin and let me see it." When they brought one, he said to them, "Whose head is this, and whose inscription is it?" "Caesar's," they told him. At that, Jesus said to them, "Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, but give to God what is God's." Their amazement at him knew no bounds. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. All right, so oftentimes when we hear this Gospel, we always think about, it's just about paying taxes. Should we pay taxes, even if we disagree with the government? But it's not about taxes. So these two groups, the Pharisees and the Herodians, came to Jesus. These are actually opposing groups. The Pharisees were loyal to the Jewish law and they're very strict. The Herodians were to King Herod and to Rome. So these two groups would clash, but they connived to put Jesus down. So the question is, should we pay taxes? Now, if Jesus would have said yes, then the Pharisees would call him a traitor because the Pharisees hated the Romans. They're not supposed to pay because they're being oppressed. If he said no, then they would also arrest him for treason because the Herodians will accuse him of treason, that because he's not loyal to the emperor. No, he's not. He's inciting rebellion. That would be the case. So rather, Jesus said, "Whose face is on the coin?" Now, in that um, question, that's kind of loaded, because the one on the coin, normally the picture, the image on the coin would tell you whoever is using the coin is under the domain of that person on the coin. So if it is being used in one town, that means all of that people in the town, they're all governed by the emperor. They belong to the emperor. So all over the kingdom, they would use the coin with the face of the emperor, their ruler. And the thing is, there's also this idea that the emperor is God or was God. He was divine. No? So for the Pharisees to have a coin, that would have been questionable. Why would you have a coin? Are you declaring Caesar as God? Huh? So that was already in question. Rather, Jesus said, "Give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar and give to God what belongs to God." I remember there was this radio announcer who said, there's a verse that said, "Where your treasure is, there is your heart." What the things that you spend on your attention, your time, your devotion, that's your God. No? And that's where your heart is. But also you can say, wherever your money is, there your heart is. They said that look at practically what do we spend on things. And it's not just money, like money, of course, we spend so much on things for ourselves. How much do we give to God? But also our time. How much of our time is spent on things for ourselves? How much attention, how much devotion, how much effort do we give to God? Rather, he said, you should switch, because the little things that we are giving to God shows us that he is not God. And our Caesar would be everything that other for us. Jesus is saying, rather switch it. Give to God what is God's. Give to Caesar what is Caesar's. Give to your um, material needs what you need, but give to God what? Your whole heart, your whole soul, your whole effort, your whole time. Everything that you do, give it to God. Everything that you, um, uh, everything that you think of, think of God. No, our priority should be reversed. That God should come first, and because God is everything. Without God we are nothing. None of these things that we claim for ourselves are ours anyway. No? So give to God what is God's. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.